St. Martin Parish, stand up. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugas, coming at y'all with another episode of Drop It Downs with Mr. Dugas. And today I'm going to talk about last night's Division II non-select state championship football matchup in Louisiana, as you had the Cecilia Bulldogs beating the Franklinton Demons 35-32 to win their first state championship since 1995, yo. Excuse me. Before I get into this video, man, for anyone, if you want to drop a dollar on the Cash App, my Cash App information is down in the description box. Also, if you want to follow me on social media, my social media information is down in the description box. Also, I co-host a sports talk radio show every Sunday morning. That information is down in the description box. If you're a subscriber to the channel, greatly appreciate the love and support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification button, like the video, and share it with your folks. What a game. This was a really good game. I mean, this game was really good, man. I was blessed to be on the sidelines for this one, man. Shout out to my guy who I co-host the sports radio talk show with, Mike the Bandit Bernard, Kevin Bonhomme, Scotty Borrell. I was with them, for the radio call of the game, man. What a game. And I was blessed to be on Cecilia's sideline the whole time. For those who don't know, I'm a St. Martinville Senior High alum, and Cecilia is in the same parish as St. Martinville. So, it'll be a little bit of rivals. I was pulling for Cecilia in this one, man, obviously, and it was great to be on the sideline with them as they just seeing the emotions of the teams, the cheerleaders, the crowd, the coaches. I was just right there. And then when it was over, seeing the emotion, man, people crying, people hugging, people celebrating, and then going on the field with them in the celebration, and then also going in the locker room with them afterward too, man. But they earned it. they earned it, man. Franklinton, came out first possession, went right down the field, scored, man. Then Cecilia, it looked early on like Cecilia was gonna run away with it. Braylon Kylie takes the ensuing kickoff all the way back to the house. They get a stop, and then Diesel Solari, who ended up being the most outstanding player of the game. I think he had like 217 total yards and 3 touchdowns. He took it all the way to like the 1 yard line. Um, and I felt at that point, man, Cecilia about to run away with this game. But you got to give Franklinton a lot of credit, man. They was the number one seed for a reason. I thought their quarterback Jacob Crane was unfortunately he had a couple of fumbles, but I thought overall was really really good in this game, throwing the ball, running the ball, and of course their running back Cy Austin, who he ended up being Franklinton's player of the game. I think he had like 166 total yards and 3 touchdowns. The receiver, I'm sorry I forget his name, but number 3 for Franklinton and number 4, they were two really good wide receivers for them. And like I said, nip and tuck battle, man, throughout the whole first half. And then you had a 29-24 game. Cecilia had the lead at the half as Disa Solari and Braylon Kylie basically put on a show the first half. Then in the third quarter, man, you see defense. Like both these defensive coaches staff said, you know what, enough of this nonsense. And nobody scored in the third quarter, man. And then you only had, one touchdown for each team in the second half. In the whole second half at all, man. Franklinton took a lead, got the 2-point conversion. They were up 32-29. And it looked honestly like Franklinton was going to pull away with this thing. And then Diesel Solari threw up a prayer. And I thought when he first threw the ball, the Franklinton defender was going to pick it. But Ellis Stewart was able to knock the ball up in the air, bobble and knock it up to himself, and come up with an acrobatic catch with 1:36 remaining to give Cecilia the 35-32 lead. They missed the extra point, so it was 30. That was a big missed extra point because now Franklinton had a chance to tie with a field goal. And Franklinton was driving. I mean, Jacob Crane, like I said, I thought he played a really good game. And they was down to around like the 30-something yard line. And then he fumbled. They reviewed it, and they called him down, which I'm gonna get to review in a little bit. And then they reviewed it and determined he lost possession of the ball before he hit the ground. And Cecilia was able to take the knees and get the win. One thing I will say that I love about, these state championships, not only is the atmosphere, these kids get to play in the Superdome. And what's so cool about it this year, the Super Bowl is going to be played on that same field these young men was playing on. They're the only high school kids in the country that could say that they played their state championship games at the same site and on the same field of the upcoming NFL Super Bowl. But also for the state championship game, there's instant replay. And obviously there's not that at any other game during the year. And it benefited Cecilia because there was like 3 or 4 calls that was called the other way on the field, and then instant replay was able to overturn those calls, man. So big ups to the LHSAA on that, man, for not only allowing that venue for years, but also, except with the exception of the Katrina year and the COVID year. Um, but also the ability to have instant replay. But man, what a win for Cecilia. I mean, shout out to them. I mean, they even had Shaq give them a shout out earlier this week, man. So shout out to the Cecilia Bulldogs, Coach Dennis Gaines, really good dude. Was able to talk to him a few times, man. I actually shook his hand on the field right before the game, man. But shout out to Cecilia for getting it done, and for Franklinton, tough loss for them, but really good season. They ain't got nothing to be ashamed of, yo. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe and have LHSA content throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one.